Parker in motion on first down, opening possession of the afternoon. Larry Rountree, the senior, bottled up, driven backwards, and he'll go down.
With Missouri State, there's a lot of moving parts on the line of scrimmage before the snap, and then they're slanting and they're stimming just on that play.
Loss of 8 officially on the play. The dump off is there. Parker driven. Rountree to the edge. And a gain of 3 may get a bowl invitation. Your guess is as good as mine as to whether or not that'll happen. A little trickeration. Parker has it in plus 2.
Actually a staple of what Eli Drinkwitz wants to do at Missouri. It's a combination of Gus Malzahn and of this style of play.
Beatty in motion. Rountree up the gut and a big
for a really physical downhill run game.
Through the 8 gap. 6 in the box for the Bulldogs. They show pressure against the ground game. Dogs pulled away. Bazelak with time. Pass is caught. Damon Hazelton drive. Only thrown 5 touchdowns this season, but just 3 picks. Plenty of time here as he surveys. Now sails that pass.
It's a post pattern that was going to be right into the middle of the field. And then Rountree was off in the flat. Was going to be the secondary receiver, but that was a shot play. It was
Beatty in motion on second down. Rountree, right tackle with his spin. Rountree keeps the legs churning, and that
is a tackle breaker. You see the power play, 2 offensive line pulling from left to right, leading the big running back that breaks
this season, to say the least.
Snap over the head of Bazelak. Rountree correct.
Took his eye off it to some extent and actually wasn't ready for it. Bazelak is a 6'3" athlete, and that
starts for Michael Maietti. Rountree will get it on second and a mile, and a big opening as Mizzou on 3rd and long. 4-man pressure. Clean pocket for Bazelak. Slings one deep. Has a man open. That's Bannister. Talking about that all week long.
No question.
Against a 6-man box. Beatty, a jump cut. Spun down after a another early penalty to start a Mizzou drive. Bazelak wrapped up dreams. Be excited to play in this game this late in the regular season. We've seen that on the field so far on 3rd and 11. A long toss, and it's caught by Hazelton.
Has to get rid of that to have the right timing.
3rd and 11. That's a gain of 12. Rountree, the stutter step. Powers it.
But he's a pounder with the football.
With Smith in motion, Rountree plunges ahead,
creates himself.
Down and 2 for Missouri. Off play action, Rountree wide open. It's going to be batted down.
Anticipated to some extent what's coming, and the premise is to fake it to Rountree, and a lot of times all your young quarterback to get to work a little bit.
Play action on first down. Bazelak off the back foot, floats it out.
One game in pass protection, but just not consistent at the wide receiver position.
Rountree to the edge. That's a first.
And this is a great security blanket for Eli Drinkwitz when you can throw on first down and have it down and pick up the first down.
Back to the well once again. Rountree probing. And stopped by Watson. That was a gain of 5. Second down. Rountree this time. Stopped short of the line. Bulldogs showing pressure. Here they come. Bazelak across the middle. That was too easy. The pitch and catch. Bannister has a first down. After a gain of 10. They'll fake the reverse. Bazelak going deep. Has a man brought down. From the 27. Rountree to the edge.
Right here at 2nd and 5.
Lead blocked by Parker. Rountree to the edge. Tripped of tactical ideas on the offensive side of the football. Rountree, right? You got to be.
You go ahead and answer that question yourself.
Bazelak on the RPO sails the pass out of. Did so at Boise State and NC State. Before becoming the head coach and play caller at App State. Across the middle, Beatty, well short of the line to gain. Bazelak 6 of 10, 51 yards. Rountree approaching the century mark in our first half, and he's
one into a big one in a hurry. They just don't have that right now.
Last tackle by Wheat. Long pass to Chisholm.
Out wide in this offense.
Chisholm again.
Tonight.
A lot of chirping out of Gainesville. Curious to see how both teams respond. 1:46 remaining. Tigers trying to put ones this week. Bazelak's not a guy that's going to wow you on social media. He's not going to be a loud presence necessarily in the locker room.
Chisco Conference.
1st and 20 for Bazelak off the back foot. And the rifle.
Usually an accurate pass also.
For his ACL last year. Final game of the season against
over. We'll see if he can do something here.
3 of 6 on 3rd down. Pressure. Bazelak was hit. That pass is going to be intercepted.
Oh, an interception is tied to the pressure. The pressure leaves that throw inside, and Forbes has an opportunity to pick it off. That pressure leads to the errant throw. The throw is
7-point fourth quarter comeback to beat Arkansas 2 weeks ago.
And trailed by 2 scores in the 4th quarter before coming back. And Hazelton.
Indeed.
Emmanuel Forbes, Mississippi State player that got a hand on it. Ground tackle replacing Erroll Thompson, who was ejected. Disqualified back in the 1st quarter for targeting. Documented just a few minutes ago. Chisholm, the man in motion, and now Rountree back to the edge. That stretch play. Beatty in motion. Rountree inside give. Rountree now at 100 yards. Chisholm in motion. Rountree straight ahead on 3rd down. Needed 3. 4th and inches. Bazelak straight ahead, and not a lot of.
In the defense, the line judge is looking literally right down the line of scrimmage. If you're not right down the line, that might have been clear outside.
Bazelak across the middle, wide open.
Bazelak going through his progression. Chisholm is on the backside and is actually the 3rd. Larker was going to the flat, and the other tight end, Swinson, was going to the corner. And you can see that Bledsoe made a really good play.
And we've got rain on the way, but this one far from open. Rountree motions out. 2nd and 4. Bazelak across the middle, wide open.
Game.
After a gain of 12, play action. Bazelak floats 1 plus territory. That one's going to be intercepted.
This is a poor decision. It's a really good finish on the ball by Duncan, and Duncan had good coverage, but this is a poor decision. This didn't have a chance as Bannister stopped, tried to go upfield, but the coverage by
Bazelak, Beatty with a one-handed grab, and he's tripped.
Casual about it.
Ever since Odell Beckham Jr. kind of pulled out the one-handed grab. This is not the way they wanted the regular season to come to an end. That pass nearly pinned for Mizzou. Time for Bazelak. Fires a pass. And
Flipmas before signing day. I've talked to some of his players, and they told me that he is a great fit here. Larry, I think Eli Drinkwitz has some swagger. We're going to be talking a lot about him in the next couple of years.
Man, you saw the coach Drinkwitz.
A fun atmosphere for these young men to play in, and I really like the way he tried to do that.
Hazelton was
absolutely right on all 3 of those things.
Chisholm motions out. He'll send it inside to Bannister. That'll be enough. An incredible job as well. So the talent level will be upgraded at these 2 schools. It's also happening at other
these locations. You can be in the top 30 and
how about the effort?
You know, he's a senior. And this is a year. Yeah, a couple of spins. I've seen that on tape too.
Touchdown. Yeah. It's got to be you.
Got to throw it out there.
Chisholm reception. Do you just bury it, not really worry about it? How do you handle it? And his response, Kelly, I thought.
Playmakers outside, and they might be competing with the Georges of the world in the second half come next year.
Off the pump fake, that pass is intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes does it again. Near sideline for
the length that you like as an SEC corner at 6 foot tall, and then he just sinks underneath that route. Initially, he was holding on the flat route, and then he continued to get defensive ability. I think this defense is going to show itself well in this conference in years ahead. Thanks. But you can win in the margins to some extent. You don't have to be the people. And then you get Zach Arnett that Rocky Long had a lot where quarterbacks are converted to a menagerie of different things come college time, high school quarterbacks. but you don't see that after a young man.
Hay with the last reception.
Things that you and I don't even know what he's talking about sometimes, but I love every minute of it.
You've got the best out of Coach Leach this year. Dangerous pass.
Minutes and 34 seconds. It was an ill-timed jump by the defender in front of Hay right there, just a little bit too soon.